This is Sims, and we are back with more Hustle Cat. And we're in the middle of Reese's route, and actually, there we go. Just want to make sure you can see everything in the thing. It's probably not as bad, like, to me, like, where the thing is, versus I think when I look at the video, I'm like, oh, I think there is more, like, black edge than I see. So I don't know. I just want to make sure you can see everything and nothing's cut off in the way I have to video this. But anyway, so yeah, we're back with more Hustle Cat, and in the middle of Reese's route, we were just going to go back to where Graves and Natch were fighting. So Reese just ripped a hole in the fabric of time, and we walked through the hole. So then my foot hits the ground. The hell was that? That's my magic. My real magic. Holy crap. We don't have time to celebrate. Natch is still there, almost exactly where I'd left him. And so is Graves. No! We're too late. I squeeze Reese's hand. His eyes are already glossy. Oh, Reese, I'm sorry. He tears his hand away from me and brandishes the seam ripper. You. I thought you ran, kitten. Turns out you were just bringing me Graves' little kit. Real kind of you, making my job easier. Reese looks ready to slash this guy's throat with the seam ripper. I put my hand on his shoulder. I know if he really wanted to, he could just run off. But maybe he'll listen. Why are you doing this? What do you want with us? Nothing untoward. Just taking back what's mine. Shame that he gave it to you, kitten. I gotta take it from you now. Real pity. Reese stares at me with unexpected jealousy. Avery, Graves gave it to you? Gave me what? I don't know what either of you are talking about. The cafe. Graves gave you the cafe. Bingo. I imagine you understand the predicament. What? What do you mean he gave me the cafe? That's not how these things work. Ouch. Insult to injury, huh? Giving it to a little lost kitten who doesn't know a thing about magic. Ain't that right, Reese? How do you know his name? Why wouldn't I know little baby Reese? His pop and I go way back. You worked hard for Graves, didn't you, Reese? Pretty unfair, yeah. Did so much for him and he wouldn't even give it to you. Shut up. Don't feel bad. That's just how he is. Taken and taken and taken from those who love him, and then, tisk tisk, the things you get. Oh, the thanks you get. Spacey can't read. No, she can't. Shut up! Reese, don't listen. He's trying to mess with you. I can see his fist shaking. He won't look at me. He won't look at anything but Natch. He gave it to us because we happened to be right there. If Reese had been right there, he would have given it to Reese. You know what I'm saying? Like, get over yourself, boy. And pull up your fucking pants. Jesus. You know you're old when, goddamn kids, get off my lawn and pull up your pants. Anyway. Look, let me make this easy. If we work together, we'll both get what we want. Reese, you aren't taking this guy seriously, are you? He turned Graves into a statue. He's gonna do the same to us. Reese slashes at the air with his seam ripper. He grabs the string that appears and gives it a good tug. Oh, you're a strong one, aren't you? Maybe even stronger than your daddy. What are you gonna do with that? Got a weapon stashed in there? Gonna push me in? Reese grabs my hand. He yanks my heart hard enough to almost knock me over. I stumble forward. Ow, jeez, Reese! He clamps his hand down and drags me into the tear. Then we're inside. Oh God, we're back! He didn't follow us, did he? He still won't face me. He won't say anything. Reese, you don't believe that slimeball, do you? You know I wouldn't take anything from you on purpose. If you tell me how, I'll just give you the cafe right now, if you want. He makes a terrible hiccuping noise and covers his face. He doesn't want me to see him cry. Oh, Reese. I wrap my arms around his waist and pull him against me. I feel his shoulders shaking. He won't talk, but he doesn't push me away. Reese, I'm sorry. We're gonna figure this out. We'll get him back for what he did to Graves. He gives a tiny, almost imperceptible nod and puts a hand over mine. I rest my head on his shoulder. We stay like that for a while, enough time for him to calm down. He takes a few deep breaths, each steadier than the last. I'm sorry, Avery. For what? Doubting you, even for a second. Even if I understood the situation, I got really mad at Graves and at you. I hate that. What? That's human. I'd be more weirded out if you weren't upset, you know? You didn't, side with Natch or something, so it doesn't matter to me. Him? No. I'll destroy him. We'll talk about destroying people some other time, okay? I need to sit. My foot's killing me. Sure. Let me help you. Reese takes my arm and starts to guide me to the sofa, but before we get there, there's a noise at the door. It sounds like someone fiddling with the lock. Holy crap, now that I've had a few minutes to let everything catch up, my ankle hurts like hell. I try to hobble to the door, but it flies open before I have the chance. I ready myself to fight, a murderer armed with a bat, but it's... for Finley? Oh my god, you guys! Look, the curse is broken! Ah! Anyway, I just like doing her voice. The curse! Ah! Okay, but anyway.
Oh, sorry, sweetie. Did you hurt your ankle?
Okay, so this is, okay, so I kind of skipped through that because we kind of already have seen a lot of these conversations now, but, so he's gone, turned to rust. We couldn't do anything.
Aw, Reese, I didn't see you there. You're being so quiet.
Forgive me for not being excited about my mentor being defeated. Whoa, don't take it out on her. She doesn't know anything. Sorry, Finley. We've been through kind of a lot. Sorry.
Whoa, okay. You're gonna have to back up a few steps.
Where do we even start? First, but before I can tell her anything, the door flies open again. Suddenly, everyone is in here. I feel really bad, but for all his blustering, Reese admired Graves a lot. I think he was the only one of us who really did. I guess now, after Graves saved me like that, I kind of do too. Too little too late, I suppose. So, now what happens? What do we do? And then we avenge him, of course. We'll kill Natch. Okay. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Landry's the one who looks pissed. Landry and Reese are gonna go out after him. Mason will move the stove, blah, blah, blah. Hazel. Oh, wait, hold on. We missed something. That was Reese. Okay, does it matter now? He's gone, and this Natch is gonna be there to take everything else, too. He spits the name like it's profane. Reese launches himself from the chair and storms to the door. He puts his hand in his pocket, like he's concealing a weapon. It's gotta be the seam ripper. I grab him by the shoulder. Either I'll stop him or I'll go with him. Reese, I swear, I'm gonna take that thing away, and then I'm gonna lock you in the basement. Please listen, okay? For me? Fine. I slide my hands down around his waist. He sighs and leans his head back as if allowing himself this one defeat. I'm with you. You know I am. We all are. Just because I don't trust magic doesn't mean there aren't other things I can do.
Yeah, just, tell us what to do about this stuff. I don't know where to start.
We should start by doing something about Avery's foot. I can help with that. We should recover Graves. I'll come with you. I think you could probably use the extra muscle. Make sure he doesn't try anything rash, okay? I won't. Okay, I'll go get my cat, Mochi. I don't want him alone in my apartment if Natch knows where I live. You just told me not to do anything rash. You're a bigger target than me, and less able to defend yourself or run away. What do I do about my cat, then?
Leave it to me! I'm a lady of stealth. I'll have him back here before this guy even figures out which box I'm hiding under.
Why is she hiding under a box? You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. I'll stand watch. I'll stand and watch. I'll stand and watch him trying to come in here. See? So get some rest, Avery. Guys,
I'm just some screw-up kid. You're our screw-up kid. Oh.
Okay, so that's her coming in. Blah, blah, blah. He's does my thing. Okay. Okay, but all the cats in the world could make me feel better, not while Reese is out there. Who knows? Maybe he'll just rip a seam and get back here. I bet he will. He'll be back with Landry and Graves any second. I rest my eyes until then. I startle awake when I hear soft whirring of the espresso machine upstairs. Was it seconds? Minutes? An hour? No one's here but Hayes and his coffee. taking them so long? I'm too tired and wired at the same time. I gotta even those things out. I'll try the sleeping thing again. I shoot awake when I hear the door fly open. Is it Natch? Did he come right through the front door? Can witches come in uninvited? Or is that vampires? We've read that a million times. Okay, so it's Finley with Mochi. Okay, so seems perturbed to be around these other cats. Oh wait. Oh, he's caught Owl's attention. She tiptoes up, tail waving back and forth like a signal flag. Mew! They touch noses and sniff each other. Owl loses interest immediately. What? My cat not smell good enough for you? Since I can't sleep, I watch Mochi make friends. I see movement in front of the cafe. Is it? No. There's too many people for it to be Natched. And then that's blah blah blah. What used to be Graves. We're wearing glowing gardening gloves. Properly enchanted. We gotta leave them out there because the cats might get rusty. Okay, let's skip. Boop, skip. Or not. Okay, so the skip wasn't working right then and there, but that's okay. Okay, so, but there he is, smiling at me with gentle confidence. Maybe I do know what I'm doing after all. Or even if it's the more likely scenario where I just know enough to scrape by, I can at least succeed. We're in this together.
What? How do you know magic, Reese?
I learned a thing or two in my time. I'm not assistant manager just because I'm good at accounting. Oh, that's already the normal. But think about it, Avery. It took me a week to pick up what you were teaching. How long did you self-study? A month? Natch could be Ernie's second. Graves warded the cafe to keep people like him out, but he's strong enough to break that in an hour, I'd bet. You really think you can teach everybody how to use magic in an hour? Haven't you ever done a cram study session before finals? Okay, so we're gonna do the cram study. Okay, boop. Boop, boop. Doesn't want to skip. Okay, so this is... No, it doesn't want to move. There we go. Reese keep... Okay, so this is everything. This is the same thing, so everyone's talking. And then we put the... They're gonna go round up the cats. So we're gonna then get into the fighting. So, okay. Let's see. Everybody sets their assigned tasks. All I can focus on is Reese. He takes sentry outside next to Graves. He stands stock still with his shoulders squared. Solid. No. I see him shake a little. Is he crying? Landry, I'm going to step out for a sec. Can't say I'm comfortable with that. We spent all that time talking about protecting you from this Natched guy. I need to see Reese. I stare meaningfully into his eyes until he gets my drift. Oh, that's right. You guys are like a thing now. Don't go too far, okay? I don't know how far those wards or whatever go out. I only feel them a few feet from the entrance. He can feel them? I can't. How? Reese called him an adept, didn't he? That's probably a question for much later. A question for Graves, if he ever comes back. You got it, pal. Thanks. Reese... Ugh. He nearly jumps out of his skin. I have to grab him and pull him forward before he falls back onto Graves. Whoa, that was a close one. Sorry, I almost scared you into rust. He doesn't seem to find it as funny as I do. I gotta make jokes to blow off steam, you know? You shouldn't be out here. You're a target. So are you, but that doesn't stop you. Avery, we've been over this. I'll go back inside in a few. I don't want you to be alone. I know this has been a lot to take in. I clasp his hand, then kiss his knuckles. Avery, when this is all done, let's go somewhere. Let's do something nice. Let's see how powerful that rip travel thing is. Can we use it to get to the beach? I don't think my range is that great. Oh, don't say that. Doubt it'd take you far enough to get away from me. Oh, wait. Doubt it'd take you far enough to get away from me, but I bet you got plenty of range. Gotta say, you got guts. I mean, back here, pretty obvious I'd show up. You? Me? Big bad old me coming to collect. You know the drill. Go away or we'll make you go away. You, yeah, me, bad old me. You go away, jerk. You got some shitty ass lines, kitten. Like he's so like nonchalant. We're like, you go or I'll make you. And then poor Natch is like, that's just sad. Like our threats are so bad. They're so empty. I mean, we are gonna make it go away, so it's not really an empty threat. It's just a really, really bad one. Listen, kitten, I ain't looking to fight. We can settle this real easy like if you give me the cafe. That way we all get what we want. The cafe's not mine to give away. Ah, Reese. So she did give it to you, huh? Just stop it. We aren't giving you anything but a fight. That's so. I'm real sorry you're making me do this. What would your daddy think of me? Damn shame that. You gotta go through me first. Ha! You're jerking me, yeah? That magic's so wild you couldn't use it to defend yourself. You don't know me very well. Well then, let's get acquainted. He taps his rusty bat on the ground, then takes a few practice swings like he's up at the plate. Yikes. Even if that thing weren't magic, I'd be in trouble. What do I do? I gotta keep Reese from doing something stupid. Reese, you stay here. I have an idea. I don't have an idea. What? No. Trust me, okay? If I get in trouble, you can rip us out of here so we can regroup. Okay. If I can't apply magic, maybe I can apply science. I read on the internet once that cola dissolves rust. I dash for the vending machine. It's poorly kept and starting to fall apart, so I'm hoping it counts enough as trash for my magic. Natch lunges after me. I just think it's fucking hilarious that our magic is trash magic. Not like I can take objects and do things, but it has to be garbage. Oh my god, how's that? Oh, sorry. I have an itch under my headset, but no. Yeah, our magic is just fucking hilarious. Natch lunges after me. I think about a cannon. The vending machine fires a cola can at full velocity. Tink. The can explodes when he strikes it. Soda rains everywhere. You planning to ruin my jacket, kitten? It's waterproof. Shut up! I fire more soda. He can't bat them all away, right? He does. Well, we're all wrong sometimes. Before I can blink, Natched is there. He taps the bat on the vending machine. It instantly rusts over like it's been salvaged from an old shipwreck. Like if the Titanic had soda. Novelty's worn off, hun. Time to end this. He raises his bat. I squeeze my eyes shut. I don't know what else to do. I hear a ripping sound. Fall to hell, Natched. What? I open my eyes. Reese is in front of me. His fist is wrapped in Natch's shirt. Rust creeps up his arm, but he doesn't seem to notice. Reese, what are you doing? The hatred in Reese's eyes couldn't burn the rust away and incinerate Natched. I grab Reese around the waist to try to pull him back. I feel like my fingertips get cold, like frostbite. They're rusting. Reese pushes. Natch falls. Falls where? We're on solid pavement. No, hi, hello, Seymour, you know this. Then I see the tear. It opened right beneath us. Reese teeters on the edge. Natch hangs by his fingertips. Grrr! He claws his way back up, but Reese kicks his hand back into the tear. Natch falls. Reese's foot is rust. Oh my god, Reese! I can't sew it up. I can't move my fingers. Help me, Avery. What? Ow! Move my arm for me. There's a needle rusted into his hand. I take his arm by the elbow. It's hard to move my fingers now. My hand feels like they're encased in plaster casts. My hands feel like they're encased in plaster casts. I loop his arm around the motion of a whip stitch, and it's sloppy, but I see the translucent fishing wire thread loop around the tear. Reese yanks his arm up, and the tear closes. The rust crumbles. We both stand there for a long moment, breath heaving. Where did you send him? Nowhere. He's just stuck in there? Let him rot. You can't do that. That's cruel. He killed Graves. Watch me. He did nothing of the sort. Of course, we knew he was going to come back. Come on. We whip our heads around. There's Graves, stepping warily out of the rust, leaving a flaky, hollow sculpture of himself behind. Reese, Avery, I'm sorry to worry you. I'm fine now, thanks to you. The malice leaves Reese's eyes, and he dives toward Graves, throwing his arms around his shoulders. Graves! Graves, you idiot! I'm so... Reese, it's okay. It's okay. I hobble toward both of them. Graves reaches for my hand. Reese takes my other hand. Avery, I apologize for everything. For making you learn magic on your own. For throwing you into the middle of this. I promise I'll make it up to you. I promise to explain the best I can. Yeah, you owe us one hell of an explanation. But I think what you owe us first is a vacation. I suppose that can be arranged. Good. Reese, we're gonna do the thing. The thing? I don't know what you mean. The thing! We're gonna get away! Like we said. Right. Gladly. I let go of Graves' hand and move it to Reese's other hand. I use the leverage to pull him towards me and kiss him. Graves tried his best to explain everything. Something about curses, like triple-layered curses, and a whole bunch of other drama about Natch, but it was kind of hard to follow. I like how they do that. Like, he explains stuff, and I don't get it, and then they just leave it because they just didn't want to, like, actually create a story for that, but... Oh, and Natch. I convinced Reese to let him go, because that's way too messed up to just leave him in there. Reese also wasn't sure if he'd be there between spaces, waiting for him, or if he ever tried to use the tear again. Reese also wasn't sure if he'd be there between spaces waiting for him if he ever tried to use the tear again, so that's a whole other reason. We needed to travel, after all. Anyway, we haven't seen or heard from Natch since then. Graves thinks he's going to run off with his tail between his legs for a while. But someday, he'll come back. Let him try it. There's 3 of us now. Maybe even more if we can get the others up to speed. I have so much to learn about all this witching stuff, and Reese is eager to show me. But right now I'm going to enjoy this little vacation. I'm not going to worry about the cafe or witches or anything. I'm going to worry about meeting Reese's parents. We've been using the tear to hop around to different boy luck boutiques. Reese says he's ready to produce a few outfits of his own. Starting with a new uniform for the cafe, just like he said. We're going to talk to his dad about it. I might end up modeling or co-producing or something. That's a pretty far step up from wearing whatever I find on the floor that's still clean. Fashion and witching are 2 whole new, big, kind of scary worlds that Reese is bringing me into. But as long as he's here with me, I don't mind. Aww. Woot. So actually, Reese's route was only 4 parts, because we skipped a lot in the beginning. Because we didn't have other stuff to, like, read, so. But we're gonna watch this! Woo! Woo! We unlocked... we unlock Graves' route, so that's where we should be going next. Very excited about that. That's what we will be starting in the next part. I just want to get and see Reese in our coffee cup, and then we're good to go. And I don't know if you could tell it's like all glitched. I don't know if it went away for you, but it didn't go for me. It's glitchy. There he is! Whee! Okay, cool. But yeah, so a little bit shorter than our normal half-hour parts, but I will wrap this part up here, and when we come back in the next part, we should start Graves' route, and then we have to follow the thing exactly, otherwise we fall off his route. So obviously when we do these, I always follow the guide after we got Finley's, you know what I mean? After we did Finley's, so. Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm probably going to read the story from beginning to end again, so we'll read the whole thing. So it's going to be quite a bit. We might skip through a couple of parts, like skip through some conversation things. But I don't know, thinking about it. Maybe we will skip through some parts, but I don't think we'll do as much skipping. We'll see how it goes when I get to it. I know I'm going to like record that next, but we'll just see how I feel when I start doing it. Like, do I want to read the whole thing, or do I get bored reading the whole thing? Like, I might skip through some parts. Like, okay, well, I remember this too much. Let's skip through. But my intent is to try to read a majority of it again. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.